Hello, youth. I hope you are having a good fall. We've had some real fall weather. Sorry, it's been a bit since the last midweek video. It's just been a long couple weeks, but I'm going to try to get back into the habit of making these, and I hope that you find them encouraging and sometimes challenging and a good middle of the week thing. So we're gonna dive right in, and then I have some reminders coming up because we got a busy week. So we're gonna be in Proverbs still, and we're gonna be looking at Proverbs chapter 5 today, and we're gonna be talking about contentment and what it means and how it affects us to be content. So as we do that, I want to acknowledge that we live in a world and in a culture that kind of thrives off of not being content. We often purchase things not for necessity, but because we just want them. And the teacher in Proverbs communicates the importance of contentment. That's what we're going to look at. And they do this by way of talking to their son about marital fidelity. And so we are going to take that and try to find some principles regarding contentment for y'all for today. So Proverbs chapter 5, starting in verse 15, it says, "Drink water from your own cistern, flowing water from your own well. Should your spring be scattered abroad, streams of water in the streets, let them be for yourself alone and not for strangers with you. Let your fountain be blessed, and rejoice in the wife of your youth, a lovely deer, a graceful doe. Let her breasts fill you at all times with delight. Be intoxicated always in her love. Why should you be intoxicated, my son, with a forbidden woman, and embrace the bosom of an adulteress? For a man's ways are before the eyes of the Lord, and he ponders all his paths. The iniquities of the wicked ensnare him, and he is held fast in the cords of his sin. He dies for lack of discipline, and because of his great folly, he is led astray." So here the teacher says that contentment is important as it actually helps you enjoy the good things that you already have. I recently got a new phone, and a big part of that purchase was I could have gone longer with the old phone. Could have done it. But the thing is a big part of what I found this process of purchasing a phone, and I put it off for as long as I did, it's because in the back of my brain, I always knew that there's going to be another new phone. They're going to put another one out. And when you shop for something, or when you go looking for something, if you approach it with this idea in the back of your brain that says, well, yeah, but in 6 months, in a year, they're going to put the new model out, it's going to drastically diminish the enjoyment you have on the things that you already have if you do that. If we didn't have that in our brain, if we didn't know that there's going to be something new, the new thing, the next best whatever coming out, we would probably take a lot better care of the things that we already have, not knowing if there's going to be another. And so this is the same idea. To learn to be content and enjoy what we already have will cause us to put effort into and care for what we have and make it better. Because if we say to ourselves, like, this is what we have, and it's good, and I want to cherish it, then we will learn to be content, and that contentment will actually increase our enjoyment of those things and cause us to make those things better in the long run. If after getting something new, if a person spent all their time saying, well, I should probably just look passively for something that's the new one, there's going to be a diminishing of enjoyment. And so contentment actually helps us enjoy the good things that we already have. We should be content. But the thing is, and some people mistake contentment with this idea that you want all this other stuff, but you settle for what you have. And that is not what contentment is. Contentment is not settling. Contentment is saying, I know that other things exist, but I choose and want to enjoy the good things that I have now, and try to make those things better in the long run so that they are more enjoyable and more beneficial to me. Life is not a Subway restaurant. Like it's not an assembly line. You often, like as we go through life, there's things that kind of would appear to be saying, hey, you can have it any way you want. You can like combo pack this thing and have it literally your way. But we would learn better to be content with the things that we have. And when it is appropriate, look to improve those things, whether that be actual physical material possessions or lots in life. You know, I'm not saying that a person should say, well, I'm done with high school, but I want to do college, so I need to just be content. No, it's appropriate to pursue new things. But being content means saying, if the negative happened, if I didn't get that, I would be just as happy, just as fulfilled. And so when we are content, specifically when we're content with the good things that God has given us and put in our lives, we come to see those things and see the things that God does more often. We come to cherish them and value them more and more, because it says, a man's ways are before the eyes of the Lord, and he ponders all his paths. God knows how we conduct ourselves. More importantly, he knows whether or not we are content. And so contentment allows us to enjoy this path that God has set before us. And as we traverse it and we find contentment in it, I think we will grow in that contentment. It's one of those things where if you practice being content and being thankful for the things that we have, we're coming up on the season of Thanksgiving here, you will grow in that. You will get more and more thankful. You'll continue to grow in thankfulness. And so I would challenge you guys this week, take time, pray. If you're struggling to be content, if you're jumping from one thing to the next and looking for the next best thing, I would just challenge you to pray and ask God to help you feel more content, be more content with what you have. And I think it is also good to take time to just give God thanks. Thank God for the things that you have. Thank God for the things that are going on in your life, that you are able to thank God for. And so I want to leave you with that. I have a couple of things for Sunday. Sunday is going to be packed. It's a full day. Of course, we have church in the morning. Love to see you guys there. And immediately after church, I know there's some folks who are going to be just beginning to set up right after church for the trunk or treat. If you are planning on helping out with the trunk or treat, we would love as many of you as are able to come and help out and hang out and just sling candy at kids and have a good time. It's going to be a blast. But it starts at 3. I would challenge you guys to try to be there around 2:30, just to get your bearings and get a perspective of what's going on. And then immediately after the trunk or treat, we're loading up the church bus. We're heading out for burritos. We got to do our burrito bash, and it's going to be a good time. Fill ourselves with some delicious burritos, and then we're going to come back and run around and play Mafia, and with some edits. And you will find out what those are on Sunday. Bring your friends, the more the merrier. It's going to be a good time. And Mafia, I'm planning on that going until 10 o'clock. So if you need to leave early due to school the following day, feel free. I know some of you have school on Monday, some of you don't. But yeah, it's going to be a good time. And invite your families out to the trunk or treat. It's a good opportunity if you have little brothers or sisters or nieces or nephews, cousins, whatever. It's going to be fun and free candy. So invite them out. We would love to have y'all and them and see as many folks out here as we can. So I will see you guys soon. Get ready. The next time you see me, I'll probably be wearing some ridiculous something. So love you guys, and we'll see you soon.